guys, welcome to another episode of MrLopezClasses.com. Today we are going to continue in our book of marine transmissions. In this particular episode, we are going to talk about the motor mount in outboards. Yes, for that reason the title of this episode is Outboards Motor Mounts. Yes, the outboards have motor mounts. And if the motor mounts in an outboard are destroyed, the performance of the outboard can be affected. In this particular case, in Real Loco Marina, they received a boat with a couple of Evinrude engines. In one of the engines, in the port engine, in the middle section where the motor mounts are located, over there, the middle section was overheated. Why? Because no circulation of raw water, the exhaust gases, the temperature of the exhaust gases increase, and in the middle section where the exhaust gases are going out, the tunnel was completely melted. You see, that is the tunnel. The tunnel is on the ground right now, is completely melted. Because that tunnel located in the middle section was completely melted, the motor mount that is pretty close, located to the tunnel, the rubber of the motor mount was melted, and the metallic part of the motor mount affect the movement of the drive shaft. And the customer complained that it's difficult engage or disengage forward and reverse. Incredible. Once again, we are going to repeat. Lack of cooling. No raw water because the raw water pump is damaged, the impeller is damaged. Okay? Because you don't have right now movement of salt water. The exhaust gases are going out with no salt water. The temperature of the exhaust gases increase dramatically. The middle section, the temperature of the middle section in the outboard increased dramatically. The tunnel in the middle section, because it's in aluminum, is melted. You see, it's melted. And the rubber on the motor mounts, located in each side of the outboard, like you see over there, the rubber is melted, the rubber expands, the motor mount expand and affect the movement of the drive shaft against the motor mount. In some moment, it's impossible to engage the gears. The situation was in the port side, but in the starboard side, we found that both motor mounts also destroyed. Yes, for that reason, I spoke with Robert, the marine technician in Real Loco Marine, and he explained the situation.
That's the exhaust tube.
Yeah.
This is what it's supposed to look like. And this is what's left of it.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a gasket went bad. And then the heat, instead of going out through here, leaks into the lower unit here. And then the other water pump. Oh,
yeah. That one.
So for that tube going bad, the heat, instead of going through here in the lower unit, through the water pump.
Oh, and melted the water pump.
Melted the water pump instead of the exhaust. This tube goes like this. It's kind of like a muffler pipe.
Okay, perfect.
Directs the heat through here. When this was damaged, or this gasket, the heat comes up through here.
Correct.
And melted the water pump.
Oh, incredible, huh?
Yeah.
And this is a special plastic, Marilyn, no?
No, it's just, it's a hard plastic, but not special.
Oh, okay.
It has water, but it's so hot.
Yeah.
165 degrees.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So eventually that's corroded, and probably just from corrosion it cracked.
Corroded and melted.
And melted the water pump.
Yeah. For that reason, HEP is replacing the pump, no?
Yeah. Well, we have to replace this, and to replace the motor mount, we have to take the lower unit off.
Yeah.
So he might as well change the water pump.
Ah,
It's
of
already
course,
out.
of course, yeah.
So, and then the good thing is we did that and we found that problem was the customer was complaining about overheating
Correct.
at high speed.
Uh-huh.
And then that falls in the exhaust. So it also clogs the exhaust. So you lose power and it overheats. It's like putting a potato like in your exhaust. It clogs because the exhaust goes through here and out the propeller.
Yeah. Okay, in this particular case, the problem starts here, no?
Well, he was saying on the starboard motor that it would overheat at high speed and to check it, but he originally came in for this. The motor mounts, because one engine won't catch a gear
Ah.
because of the motor mount space.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, the gear only catches
A little.
this much.
It's
So
nothing.
if anything is off, because when the motor mount goes back, it actually changes the shift height.
Correct.
So then now you don't have a gear maybe.
Yeah.
So we started off with that problem, which was caused by this, and then we found that problem.
Other problem. Yeah.
Always something else.
Yeah.
But that's good. At least it's something that we found. But that's obvious.
Yeah, because at the end will be a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was the situation. Incredible, no? Okay, but now the problem is a big problem. We need to remove the lower units and do the service on the lower units. We need to replace the raw water pumps, pressure test on the lower units, flush the oil and replace the oil. That's on the lower units. The responsible for that job is HEP. HEP did that situation. HEP replaced the raw water pump. HEP drained the oil. The pressure test was for Mr. Rodriguez and me. After that, HEP put back the oil and HEP finished the job on the lower units. On the middle section was more difficult because remove the bolts, remove the bracket where the motor mounts are located is difficult. For that reason, Robert used the torch.
Robert, right now we are going to replace the motor mounts in this outboard. Why you need preheated?
We're heating the bolts. Two of the bolts you could see had corrosion but came out.
Oh yeah, poultice corrosion. That's the enemy, no?
Yeah, the enemy. So right now we're heating it. You heat the back of the bolt as much as you can because oil or lubricant gets attracted to heat. So you actually heat the back of the bolt as much as possible, so when you spray lubricant in the front,
okay,
it absorbs into the nut.
Robert, is necessary some precautions when you apply the heat, because you can damage the lower unit, no?
Not here. There's nothing here. Everything is metal. So
okay.
we're good.
You don't have gasket. You don't have nothing over
here
there.
We're good. And what we're changing, this is actually a solid piece.
Yeah.
But from the corrosion, it's opened a hole in it.
Correct.
And expanded. Normally, you can't fit your finger in here. So when the motor mounts go bad, they affect the shift rods that pulls it out. And you might not be able to get forward or reverse.
Yeah, correct. It's common that during that procedure, preheating those bolts, the bolts are broken.
Oh, that's why you need patience.
Yeah.
Heat and just oil and heat, and with the impact lightly, and see if it loosens up.
Okay.
If the bolts break, then we have to drill it out, tap it.
Oh yeah, it's a big job. Okay, thank you, Robert. Go ahead.
You're welcome.
And the impact gun to remove those bolts. It's a big job.
Wow, other one.
And finally, some bolts are broken. It was necessary remove one bolt broken. But finally, the motor mounts were removed. The cover, the caps of the motor mounts were painted. As you can see, the new motor mounts are on place, and the outboard right now is working properly because the drive shift is moving free. It's a big job. It's very common. And this is the situation with the motor mounts in outboards. Be careful with the raw water. The raw water is the life of the engines, especially the marine engine. Doesn't matter if they are outboards or inboards. You need to be checking the flow of raw water in the exhaust pipe if it's an inboard engine, or you see the small flow of water in outboard. This is an indication that you have a flow of raw water. If not, the temperature of the exhaust gases increase and everything will be melted. This is a great example. I hope you enjoy this wonderful chapter.